And we're live. Welcome to breaking news so you don't break the bank. So today, normally we're pulling intel, reports, reviews, things that are going on out in the world from various and sundry banking newsletters and banking trade rags, etc. Right? This one is I've been collecting over the last week or so some of the random and crazy things that are happening in the market right now that are not lender based, but some of them. It's going to be a hodgepodge today. Some of them are fraud, are all about fraud. Some of them are about scammers, and some of them are about giving the boot to Dun & Bradstreet. So more on this in a moment. So let's go to first things first. I'm going to share my screen. Let's go to let's pull it up, Sky. Listen carefully, and we're going to play it twice. One, I'm going to just let you watch it to see if you notice what's going on, and then we're going to watch it again, and I'm going to stop and start. So this is about how businesses and how some scammers are collecting credit card data. Let's give this a go. Sky, ready?
Yeah, be careful, y'all. Look. See that shit? You see where we at? We on Golden State, yo. Golden State and Shaw. They out here with the shits. Look. Out here stealing people's information and shit.
All right. So did you see what I saw? What I'm showing you? The point is that there is a fake cover over the pin pad that when you stick it in and you put in your pin number or you swipe it, it goes through the capture piece, which is what he's lifting up. It captures the data, and then it also does the transaction below it. Let's continue.
Be careful, y'all. Look.
See that? There is the capture data that when you push the pin pads, it's pushing the real pin pads.
See that shit?
It's pushing the real numbers so that the transaction is real, but it's capturing up there above. It's capturing the data as you type it in.
You see where we at? We on Golden State, yo. Golden State and Shaw. They out here with the shits. Look.
So, if you would like, did you notice how he grabbed that little corner? Wherever you go, no one's really watching while they're scanning, etc. You could just try lifting it up. If it doesn't lift up, it may be legit. It's likely legit because this isn't happening everywhere. But since I saw this, I started pulling up the little plastic piece just so that I could make sure that my information was not being used anywhere else.
Over here stealing people's information and shit.
So thank you to this viral hog, because it's all right there.
See that shit? All
right there. All right. Well, that's just wrong. And thank you to Viral Hog for outing all of the that information. And so I even gave this the street corners where that's on. So now I'm going to share another page. Let's go to the next issue. This one was fascinating to me because it's the Department of Treasury Bureau of the Fiscal Service. Okay. There is no Bureau of the Fiscal Service. Notice this is not a clean logo. Excuse me, I'm coughing over this. Let's see if we can get it bigger, Sky. I'm gonna make this a little bigger so that people can see it even better. And all right. So let's start it out at the top. Maybe a little too big. Thank you. All right, there we go. So Avant-Garde LLC is an address that was a business that I had over 10 years ago. But I just got March 8th, 2022. I got this in the mail. Our records indicate that you owe the U.S. government $39,600. Now, the U.S. government does not ever refer to itself as the U.S. government. They'll say you owe us. The IRS says you owe us, etc. The loan obligors, small business entities, may refer your unpaid debt to the U.S. Department of Treasury, and then and the Bureau of Fiscal Service for immediate collection. There's the case, no such case. How do I pay my debt? pay.gov/paygov/pay my debt. Follow the instructions, and it is a non-legitimate site. What if I do not pay my debt? Here's where they do not send payments to this address because they're using a legitimate address for the office, right? And so here's a payment coupon, et cetera, et cetera. I did a deep dive into establishing whether or not this was true or real or otherwise, and there is no such debt, and found out everything that I've shared with you. Scam alert, be on the lookout. All right. Now we're going to go to another one still being shared. This one is like horrible, because as you can see, I called it fake news when it was sent to me, but notice what they're doing. This Instagram ad is comparing Experian Boost as though Experian Boost is the credible competition, and then Grow Credit boosts with all three instead of one. Average credit score boosts 51 instead of 13. Annual spending allowance 204. Boost credit with over 100 subscriptions, meaning 100 subscriptions. That subscribers are not the top 40 tier 1 and tier 2 banks. So, but just notice that what we're being sold, Grow Credit, comparing it to Experian Boost is like, I wish I had a good metaphor, Sky. It's like comparing cotton candy to Snickers bars as having better sugar content. They're both horrible. So just wanted to share this with you, that be careful. Anything. We talk about this in my master course. We talk about this in our funding hackers. Anytime you hear anybody say, grow your credit or build your credit, personal or business, run, get out of there. You do not need that. Whatever's being sold after build your credit, or in this case, grow credit, anything that's being sold is worthless to you in terms of your fundability. So I wanted to share that one. And finally, here's the last share that I want to share with you. This one is already in play. This was shared with me by one of our funding hacker participants. April 25th to 22, the UEI. The federal government has transitioned from the use of the DUNS number to the unique entity identifier for federal grants and federal SBA loans. So just know the new unique entity identifier is here, and why the government has changed from DUNS number to the unique entity, because DUNS started out as a credible location or identifier of businesses, and now it is a marketing entity. And so the federal government, by the very fact that the federal government has been referring people through the SBA to get a DUNS number, and then Dun & Bradstreet has been marketing the hell out of anybody coming in there. Yeah, they're acting as though, or the feds don't want to give the idea that the DUNS number and the DUNS programs and the DUNS sales model to sell you business credit is a legitimate business credit. And so they have grown the influence of the unique entity identifier for you to be able to have, for lenders and especially SBA. Lenders will adopt it over time, but especially for SBA, or you need to fill this out. So you can Google unique entity identifier, and that will take you to a website where you can fill out and qualify. Now, for fundability purposes, we haven't spent a lot of time focusing on getting the unique entity identifier because lenders are not asking for it on the applications, and especially lenders are not and if we're coaching somebody to get an SBA loan, then we send them these links and these connections. So this is just a public service announcement to know what's on the horizon. But if you are going to do service contracts for the federal government, then this UEI, unique entity identifier, will be required as part of the application process. We'll keep you posted as we start seeing over the next couple of years, maybe when we start seeing lenders ask for this number, then we'll put a big push towards it. But this later on, this information, there will be a master class on getting this unique entity identifier and filling that application out well to support your fundability. But that masterclass isn't needed yet, and so it's not high on our priority. But I want to keep, when I know, I want to share it with you. All right, that finishes our news update today. A lot of scammy stuff, a lot of intel. Always watch. This has the ability. Everything we cover here is important information so that you stay aware of what's happening out there and how to protect yourself from it, how to invest yourself in it when it supports your fundability. This is Merrill Chandler, your guide to the fundability universe. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, 3:45 Mountain, and we'll keep you updated on what's moving in the markets today. Bye now.